Hello. Is this thing working? I kind of forgot how to work this thing. We good? What's going on, guys? Thank you for checking back in with another TDH upload this morning. I'm actually going to take you guys into work with me. Don't know what all I'm going to film exactly aside from my CNC table. This is, as you guys can tell by the title, it's a massive update. There's so many things for me to talk about in this video, and I don't want to waste your guys' time or just run my freaking mouth. Right now we're going to run down to the shop. I don't know what the game plan is as far as filming. I may just end up filming this afternoon after work once everyone's gone, or on my lunch break, just depends. But I want to show you guys the Langmuir Systems Crossfire Pro CNC table that I bought that's at the shop. I've got to get that set up. It's actually still in the box. It's been hanging out. It's just been a bum rush of work these past, I'd say, 3 weeks or so. And then this Thanksgiving week, I actually was able to take the week off, and I've been able to enjoy some time with my girlfriend, my dogs, and hanging around the house and just kind of getting some R&R. And now I'm hitting the ground running. We are going to head into work, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'll see you guys shortly. What is up, guys? So we are at the shop now. It's actually the end of my work day. I wanted to go ahead and open up the video with this content here. It's actually my Crossfire Pro that I ordered from Langmuir Systems. That came in, I think, October, and I have yet to show you guys. So here's the shop where I've spent most of my freaking life the past 4 months, like 70 to 90 hours a week. The last like 2 months have been 90 hours a week. It's been ridiculous. But anyways, guys, here is 2 of the 5 boxes. This is the water table, and this is the framing, hardware, the stand, and everything for the actual plasma table itself. In my work box here, I have the torch head control, some of the other hardware, and all the electronics that go with that. Now we're going to be running that plasma table here at the shop. We're going to be using this IR compressor and this 45 amp Everlast plasma machine. This machine kicks ass, man. I absolutely love it. We do all of our freehand cutting in here. We cut down our plates and all of that good jazz. As you guys can see, a bunch of nonsense going on here. The season's wrapping up, so things are a little crazy here in the shop. We've got 2 more shipments that are going out, and you know, our hours are starting to dial back. We're about to go back down to our 40 hours and all that good stuff. But I just wanted to update you guys with that, show you that the table has arrived, and we're going to do a full video on assembling that guy and getting that thing running, and you guys will be able to see the learning curve and all the good stuff of me trying to learn how to do plasma work on a CNC table. And eventually we can get ourselves prepped. What everyone's been waiting for, me building this thing, we can start working out our bag mounts and control arm mounts for the rear. I want to do a 4-link in the rear with like 5-inch bags, so that way I can do like a -2 drop, like a factory height, and then a 2-inch plus or a leveled look. So yeah, lots of things to come with the Crossfire Pro. I just wanted to show you guys that. I'm going to head back to the house now. We'll pick up the video there. I want to show you all the other things that I've gotten myself into. I've come across a really good deal I came across a really good deal for a 4BT from my buddy Luke. You guys may know him. He's got a 12 valve swapped into a TJ Wrangler. Freaking awesome unit. If you're watching this, what's up, bro? Thank you for the deal. I got a built CA from my buddy Matt. Picked that up. It's got a built head, or a mildly built head, Tomei cams, and all that good stuff. So yeah, when we get back to the house, I will explain in further detail. You guys can listen to me ramble on more and more, and then my next video will definitely get into some automotive stuff or assembling the table or something where I'm not just freaking running my mouth. So I'll see you guys shortly. As you guys can see, we have made it back to the house, and we will talk about that goodie over there. That will be 3rd on my list. I'm gonna go ahead and make this short and sweet for you guys. We will dive right into the massive update here on the channel. We talked about the CNC table. Now I want to turn your attention to the CA and what's going on with my CA here. Now, if you guys paid attention just a second ago, I walked by a CA that's on the stand, and then if you look over here, I have my long block, aka my CA parts. I have a whole nother intake over here, and then a ton of parts in here. So as you guys can see, I like CAs. Well, the reason why it's taking me so long and what ended up happening was a friend of mine named Matthew ended up letting go of his CA. Now, a friend of mine, Arthur, used to own the car that my friend Matthew owns. If you guys are watching this video, shout out to you guys. Shout out to Matt for basically selling me the entire CA swap out of his S13. Now, this S13 that he owned, I call it a mildly built engine. The head that was in it had Tomei heads, Supertech valves, Tomei lifters, and the bottom end was Supertech pistons with, gosh, I have a hard time pronouncing the name, P-A-U-T-E-R, pewter rods that are in it, ACL bearings, ARP head studs, ARP mains, ARP flywheel bolts. There's a Lighten flywheel. So basically, I just got a ton of CA parts. And what I did, if you guys look here, this is actually my exhaust cam that I swapped. I was doing the hot cam swap on the CA. So this is an exhaust cam and this is an exhaust cam. This is my original head, if you guys couldn't tell. It's got the gold with the writing on it. And this head here is the one that I picked up from Matthew. Now, we'll go ahead and pull this off real quick. Actually, I'll pull off the other one. It's easier to access because this stupid breather hose back here. This guy here, pull this one off. If you look closely, it says Tomei. If I can get it to frickin' focus. You guys can see there, these are Tomei cams that are in the head. What I ended up doing was buying this engine from him, taking the head off. I sent the head to the machine shop. I had all new valve stems installed. I had the valves ground, the head decked, the cams polished if needed. I'm not quite sure. I think they took a little bit of love, and just, you know, a basic hot tank and cleaning up the head itself. So it got a full head job, and basically right now we have a mildly built engine. It's an 83.5 millimeter piston from Wiseco with the Tomei top end. I have ARP studs, a MLS chromatic gasket. So this CA is looking really proper, and especially since I sent it off to the machine shop and everything's been done the right way, 100%. I am so excited to get this engine on the road. The only downfall to this whole entire build is going to be my ECU and my wiring harness now. That's probably going to be the next thing that I'm going to save up for and eventually turn this CA into a big horsepower 600 horsepower CA. Push it as far as I can, go 84 millimeter pistons, do, you know, forged bottom end with those powder rods or pewter rods, however you pronounce it. Somebody can correct me in the comments, or, you know, send me a Snapchat, post on Instagram, be like, yo, learn how to pronounce, dog. Anyways, guys, that is the situation with the CA. All I really need is brakes. I need brakes, rotors for the front, 5-lug Q45 rotors, and then unfortunately my S13 calipers that I had dropped off with my friend Joker, well, Jared, his shop's called Joker Auto Performance, they were unable to be rebuilt. I think there they are. The pistons themselves on the caliper, they're just a little bit too pitted and kind of beat up, and he didn't really want to spend the time, and I didn't want to waste the money rebuilding calipers that may or may not work. So I just need to buy those rear calipers and rotors, and then honestly, guys, that's just me getting transmission fluid, getting my radiator and my intercooler in there, and I'm probably going to swap out external wastegates. That's just like a cheap eBay one or Chinese one, and I don't want to risk that now that I have some money into my engine. Now I'm going to go ahead and buy myself like a tile, or I was looking at another company online, company that I was looking at, TurboSmart. I was looking at TurboSmart wastegates, and I might end up going with one of them and just doing a basic 2-bolt flange and then rocking this manifold for as long as I can, and then maybe I'll turn to the stock one and build myself a flange so that way I can flip this over and mount it as a top mount and just move my turbo forward, and that way my hood exit can be pushed back a little bit more. Here's my hood exit. I think I already showed you guys this, but I would like that to be a little bit longer so that way I can get a sensor in there, wideband. So that's kind of where we're at with the CA. Now we're going to move our attention over to my 4BT. This one here is Jack's. You guys have seen this one on the channel. That's going in a YJ, but I picked this up from my boy Luke. I was able to snag this guy for a super fair price, and at the moment right now I'm having a hard time getting the bottom end to break free. I'm not quite sure if it's all seized up. I pulled off the valve covers. You guys can see here actually. It's pretty clean in here. It looks pretty good, but the oil down in the bottom end is a little milky. So I'm unsure of the condition of this engine. I kind of bought it on a whim because a buddy had it and he was trying to get an X amount of dollars for it, and I told him that I would pay that X amount of dollars if it was legit. And unfortunately the bottom end is having some issues where we can't just get it to spin over with a pry bar or the barring tool. So that's where I'm at with my 4BT, but I did pick this up specifically to put into an XJ. So it's either going to go into my good old two-door over here. I will drop her in that one, or if I end up you know, going a different route, I may put it in a 4-door. Either way, it's going in an XJ, and this is going to be my next wheeling engine, wheeling rig setup. It will be a 4BT with an NV4500 with Dodge axles, and that's how I'm going to run it. That's what I'm going to rock crawl, and that's what I'm going to wheel. So I am super stoked to have my own 4BT. I am super stoked to own another CA. I am super stoked to have a freaking CNC table. And the last bit of news, nothing is set in stone. Absolutely nothing is set in stone, but the company that I'm working for, the fact that I've been promoted with them, and I'm basically doing all the foreman plus lead weld like responsibilities at this shop. I plan to stay with these guys for, you know, as long as they'll have me. I'm just going to keep rocking with what I do with them, but the company may end up moving to Tennessee, so that's where I may end up. And I do plan on purchasing a house. Me and my girlfriend are going to, well, we've already started looking into property, and we've got a little bit of money saved up, and that's kind of our big milestone, or you know, our next hurdle that we're going to be jumping. So I did want to bring that information to you guys, and obviously the content with the 240. The 240 is my hot priority. I would love to get this thing running and driving before we do move, if we do move. Either way, I'm not sure if we're going to stay in Florida. It's just all up in the air right now, but I did want to just let you guys know and then bring you this update because I haven't uploaded in freaking months, it seems like. I think it's been 2 months now, or almost 3 months. That's really it. That's all I really have to bring you guys up to speed with. I don't know if I showed you my works. Maybe I did, but I bought some work wheels for the 240. Yeah. Honestly, I've got a clutch line on the way. I mean, oh, that. I almost forgot. I'm low battery, but I did want to show you guys the mint dashboard that I picked up at the junkyard this past Friday. My buddy, shout out to Mike. I don't know if he watches these. Not Mikey TDH, but my boy Michael Fedor. He is a member at Go Pull at the junkyard, and he gets all of the inventory details before it comes out to the public. He saw there was a 240 coming, so he went and saw the 240, saw the mint dashboard, and was like, yo, dude, Black Friday sale, be there, first thing. So he showed up at 7:30. He was already in the door when the junkyard opened. I was a couple minutes late, but we were able to grab that freaking dashboard. So, man, I am so excited to get that thing in here and just get this car cleaned up and freaking drive it, dude. I want to drive it, and then I want to take it to the track, do a little street drifting, do a little hooning in it. I want to enjoy it because it's my freaking 240. So that's really it, guys. I don't have really much else for you. Let's see here, let me think. As far as yeah, that goes, that's really what I have for you guys. The old Cummin part's been great. She hasn't had any major issues. I'm loving my 4th gen, 5th gen wheels on this guy. I'm loving my sport bumper. I mean, the whole truck's just kind of waiting to get some TLC, and she's been a real workhorse, and she's been doing good. I actually went out of town for work last week, excuse me, the week prior to that I was in New Jersey, and then I went down to Orlando, and now I'm here back in Jack. So over the course of 2 weeks I've actually been out of the welding shop, and I've been all over the place. We set up a show in Newark, New Jersey, and then our boss took us out to a concert and a few things down in Orlando, and yeah, came home, celebrated Thanksgiving with my girl and my pups and stuff, and we hung out, and now it's the following Monday, and I wanted to give you guys this update because I was lacking. So that's about all I have. I think I've said that like 6 times. I do appreciate you guys watching, and in the next video, if I did forget anything, I will be sure to update you guys. I've started to write down little lists and stuff that I want to bring to the channel, and I just need to be better about actually filming, whether it's broken up within, you know, a couple days or within a week's time frame. I really like to get a video out every week, but I can't promise anything. Now that things are slowing down, it's looking better and better. I'm not working crazy hours, not getting up at freaking 6 a.m. and coming home at 1, 2, 3, or staying all night at the shop. It was just a madhouse, and yeah, company's growing like crazy, and it's something that I don't want to miss out on. It's good money, good learning curve, and it's good experience, and you know, it's just something that I can build myself off of and continue to do TDH things, and then on top of that, build my small side LLC and just keep hustling, keep growing. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next upload. Deuces.
I'm always in the doghouse.
Also, rest in peace, Young Dolph. Made me sad, dude. I don't know why they had to take Young Dolph, bro. It's freaking bullshit. Bullshit. Rest in peace. King.